Hey guys, welcome. It's Brandon Lawson with the Art Barn Studio. So I am sitting here at my desk. This is step one of when I am planning a draw along. So it's a hot mess right now. I always grab my sketchbook and I start drawing out ideas. And now sometimes they're in my head. Sometimes I have to do a little research, like what does this thing, whatever I'm trying to draw, look like? So once I have a couple sketches sketched out, I move to my practice paper and practice materials. So right now I'm just sitting and trying to figure out, do I want to use marker versus colored pencil in my video? So that's what I just set down and kind of working through each step. So as I'm teaching it to you on the video, I know exactly what would be the best way for you to accomplish and be successful. So please go grab a piece of paper. Again, this is a draw along, so I use just computer paper or student drawing paper. You could even do it in your sketchbook if you don't want to hang it up. Next step.
Let's talk about the supplies in my pencil pouch. Pencils, mechanical pencils, crayons, colored pencils, and markers are all great tools to use during our draw alongs.
Is grab a pencil or a Sharpie. I like to use the Sharpie when I draw just because, like I've said, I already planned it out. I have already done it with the pencil once or twice. So if you feel like you would be more successful with the pencil, please remember, I can be paused. You can pause me and then go over it with a black marker. It does not have to be permanent. I'm using permanent just because that's what I have on hand. Once we do that, then we're gonna make sure that you have what you are coloring it in with. So I'm gonna be using a mix of markers and colored pencils. Again, feel free to use whatever you have on hand. So go grab your materials. Meet me back here. We're gonna be drawing a bear.
Okay, we are gonna get started on our bear. So I have my pencil, my marker. I'm gonna use a brown marker to color it in and then some of these other colors for details. So please remember at any point, if you need me to pause, so remember, play, repeat, pause, play a little bit, pause the video, then repeat what I just showed you. So we are going to start, again, I'm not using the pencil. I've already drawn it with the pencil. I'm gonna go straight to my marker so you can see exactly what I'm doing. So I'm gonna start near the top of my page. Now, here's a great trick if you're not sure where to start. If you take your paper, make sure it's vertical, take the bottom and fold it to the top and meet them, and then crease your paper. That's gonna give you the center of our paper. I call it the invisible line. I know you can't quite see it, but if you're looking at your own paper, I know you can see yours. That is the center. So when we do the bear's head, we want to be above this fold, and then the body is going below the fold. So again, I'm gonna come up some, and the first line I'm gonna do is the top of the bear's head. So it's a curved line, and I'm leaving room in the corners for our bear's ears. Now the ear is kind of a rounded, more shape with a flat top. And if both of your ears are not exactly the same, no big deal. And then I'm gonna bring the head past that fold, and then I'm gonna kind of come out. So I'm gonna bring that line down past the fold. As I get past the fold, I'm gonna start going towards the outside corner. So notice it kind of flares out. I'm gonna do the same thing. Come down past the curve and then flare out toward that next corner. My marker's going out. Okay, inside the ears, I'm gonna do the same kind of shape. Sorry, I wanted to switch markers. Okay, now we are going to make his nose kind of higher on his face above the fold. So I'm going to come and do a somewhat curved line, and then I'm going to curve it down. And then the tip of his nose is kind of, so I'm going to do this like a curved line towards the center. It kind of looks like a pair of underwear. Like your legs would go here, or bathing suit bottoms. And then I'm going to draw a little circle on the right. So now I'm going to speed up real quick, and I'm going to color in his nose black with my black. If you're also using a black, then go ahead and do this part. If you're drawing with a pencil, Just wait till you add the color. Okay, now that I've got the nose done, I'm going to draw the second part, which is the long line and his straight mouth. Now, this is very exaggerated. And then we're going to draw an oval going around the nose and the mouth. So I'm going to go a little bit above that line. I'm going to draw 2 little circles right around that fold, those little cheeks. And then kind of in this same area where the ears are, that's where I'm going to add the dot for the eye. Now, I know some kids love to do different eyes. If you want to change the eyes of the bear, then go ahead and change it however you would like. Our last detail is going to be adding the half circle at the bottom. So I'm just going to come to the bottom, draw a rainbow all the way to the other side. Now I'm going to write the word Okay, so I'm going to write the word bear above here. You could always do it at the bottom, but this is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take it and I'm going to write Now, if you have a fancy way to write it, you create your own way of writing it. I love mixing lowercase and uppercase for some reason. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to make a banner. So once you write the word, now you're going to draw a rectangle around bear. Once you have your rectangle, we're going to do this only on the bottom corners. We're going to draw a triangle. So the point of the triangle is at the end, and then I draw a straight line up. Diagonal, straight line in, or straight line down. Starting from this, and it's going to kind of go behind them, starting from this back point on each of this, that's where I'm going to draw a line out, jump over his ear. Then I'm going to make a V, and then draw back to this rectangle. Okay, again, start at that bottom point, draw a line out, I have to jump over his ear, draw a V, and then back to the rectangle. Okay, so I'm going to put my permanent marker away. Again, you use whatever coloring tools, crayons, markers, colored pencils, anything you would like to use. Again, I'm going to use a mix of both. So I'm going to add the color of our bear with brown, and then the little hairs with a crown, and a pink with the crown, those two parts. So I'm only technically using 2 browns and a pink. So get ready, fast forward. Okay, so I have finished adding the color to my bear. I did use a few different color browns to add the little lines. Again, that's just an option. I did use a gray, a very light gray, to kind of shade one side of his snout and one side, the same side of his Body, again, that's a bear. It's not going to be completely clean. And then I did use my black marker to go back over some of it. The sign bear, I'm not sure if I will add the color around it and leave bear white. I might do that. That is an option. Or maybe you want to draw some trees. Where's the bear live? Maybe his habitat. Also, you don't have to do a brown bear. You could do a black bear or color around it and keep the paper white. It's a polar bear. So this bear can be done a few different ways. So I hope you've enjoyed, and please join me again for another draw along.
I hope you enjoyed this draw along of the bear. Please share your artwork with me if you'd like to tag me at Brandon Lawson. I would love to see any of your creations.